Hey guys, NowJack110 here, and it's another day of Tuesday's reviews. I thought today we'd check out Vauban, so let's get right into him. For his first ability, I'm going to summon some low-level butchers. I'm going to keep them at their default simulation level. They don't need to be too high level, because if they were, it would kind of make the ability less impressive. Now his first ability is Tesla, where I throw down a little grenade, and it'll zap whoever's closest with a beam of high-intensity electricity. Now I can throw multiple of these out and make a little nest of these zappers that'll pretty quickly kill lightly armored targets. As you can see, it's pretty deadly. Currently, I have an augment mod on, I have an augment mod on where if I throw one, throw another, they're connected by a line, and what that does is if anyone walks on those lines, it makes it where they will receive, I believe, 1,000 slash damage. Only trouble is that these guys are so weak where they get killed before they can actually walk into the trap. So, yeah, these are a basic ability. They're not going to be super useful at high level. They're pretty good for surrounding a hallway in them or around a defense object. But if you're in the heat of battle and you're just kind of panic throwing them, that's not what you want to be doing. That's not how these are used. They're used for kind of jumping your prey. So let's move on to his second and probably most complex ability. Now, I'm going to have the field be relatively enemyless, just for now. His second ability is a rotational one where it has 4 different types of tactical grenades in one ability. The first one is Bounce, second one is Trip Laser, the third one is Shred, a very useful one, and then the last one is Concuss. Now, Bounce does pretty much you'd expect it to, or I don't know, maybe you wouldn't. Throw out the grenade and it has this little energy field where upon contact, you get flung right into the air. You can use this for parkour purposes or whatnot, but if an enemy happens to walk on this, they will fly skyward. You can also put it sideways to make it where I jump on this wall and it'll launch me back to safety. You can do things like put one right there, and if I go on the other side and start running, it gives me a stupid speed boost. So these aren't terribly damaging. They deal a little bit of magnetic damage, but really not enough to count. These guys are mostly just for fun, maybe a little bit of parkour opportunities, but that's about it. Now, Trip Laser is probably one of his most survivable abilities. Upon throwing it out, it creates a little line, and anything that walks over that will get tripped and stunned. Now, you can throw them out in mass, essentially making a spider web of tripping. As you can see, these guys aren't going anywhere for a long time. They can get stuck under them, causing them to just freak out. You can line hallways with them, like in Grenier tile sets. If there's just a long hallway, you can cover it with these. And I don't care how high level you are, you're not getting to me. I'm going to need to summon in some more enemies for his Shred Grenade. Alright, so I'm going to summon in a singular level 50 gunner. Upon throwing it, it sends out a shockwave, rather like a concussion grenade. It can send enemies flying. And it also reduces enemy armor by 52%, which is stupidly massive. Just 2 shots from this grenade and you're armorless. So alright, I'm going to throw a Shred Grenade at her feet. So it knocked her back a bit. And get back up, please. Did not think it would be this hard to show this ability. Alright. Shred Grenade at her feet. Explodes. She doesn't get back up. Heaven's sakes. Alright, let's knock her inland. There we go. Get back up. What a trooper. Because it's your job. You're a Grenier trooper. No, don't fall off. This is a review. I'm supposed to be professional. Get over here. Get over here. Come on, lady. I'll go to you. Don't. Anyways, you get the idea. It's a concussion grenade pretty much with an armor stripping capability. Onto Vauban's Concuss. So now I've summoned in 20 chargers, and we're going to summon in the Concuss grenade. Please activate. Please activate. There we go. It irradiates everyone, and does basically that. I don't think it deals a whole lot of damage. It does no damage, in fact. But it's great for crowd control, as you can see. Now, while they're all confused, this would be a great time to switch to the tripwire laser and just kind of pen them in. Crowd control at its finest. It's pretty good at keeping Vauban alive in a situation where you're not sure you're going to get out. They're not guaranteed to turn on themselves. Some of them will still come after you, but it's usually pretty effective. Now I have the Ferox, which is that spear that keeps them all together, which is really quite useful because then I can just pump rounds into them like this, leaving most of them dead in seconds. So really, it's all about crowd control and how are you going to keep them from getting to you. He's really quite a good tactician frame. So now we're going to go on to his third ability, Bastille. It's an amazing ability, and upon throwing it, creates a kind of an energy web, and everything within will be levitated. They cannot move for the entire duration of the ability, which I believe I have like 13 seconds. You can still damage them, so you can just line them up for the killing. See if I can gather them. You can cast multiple at the same time, so that if some of them aren't within range, you'll all just have a floating disco party. Now, since they're all gathered here, I can pretty much just go on to his fourth ability right away. It's called Vortex, and it's basically a black hole generator. Sucks them in like that, and it opens them up for really good crowd control. Now, finally, his passive is where his armor increases with each nearby ally. So, if you're running a raid, like Jordas Golem or the Law of Retribution, with 7 other players, you can get some pretty good armor. He starts out with, I think, 65, so he's not really all that tanky, but it does help him. It's a little bit finicky sometimes. You have to be pretty close to them, but it's a pretty good passive if you're in a full squad. If you're solo, well, that doesn't really help you there. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. This has been the Vauban review. I'm NowJack110 from the Hey We Play Games channel, and again, it means so much that you check us out. I hope to catch you all next time.